fraction from the Todman, which he needed to do, and he's going to be right in the finish like a few of these others.
Yeah, they're not going to fight him today. Artorius number 3, Luke Curry on board for Anthony and Sam Friedman.
Yeah, I'm sort of half wanting to warm to this horse. He's a strong colt. He comes out of that proven Blue Diamond form line. He looks a miler, so being fresh might be best for him. It's not impossible to make ground here today, so I'm giving him a better chance than I was thinking this morning.
There's nothing wrong with how he has presented today. You can see that he's very well balanced. I walked actually down the raceway with him. He's really well balanced. He's very professional. He looks as though he's got a lot of substance about him. He looks as though he's going to get over further in time, but that's the sort of race we're sort of up against, isn't it? He's going to be a better 3-year-old, but he's got everything there today as a 2-year-old.
Number 4, Ingratiating. He was fractious in the tie-up stalls. He's been examined by the club's vet and deemed suitable to race. Number 4, Damien Oliver on for James Cummings.
Total for giving the Pago when you got far too back with the blinkers off. Career best was in the Blue Diamond with big blinkers, and here he is again arriving in another grand final with those blinkers on, so should run well.
Yeah, I saw him trotting up down the back and he looked as though he didn't have anything wrong with him at all. He's turning up in pretty much perfect condition. No knock on him whatsoever. His manners are excellent as well.
Animo,
number 5, Rachel King, James Cummings.
Yeah, no secret. I've been with this colt all the way through, although conceding that things are tough from that wide draw, I cannot drop off him.
Very fresh today, very, very fresh. He's been sort of getting quite warm and a bit fractious, and he's just a little bit fresh and full of himself, so that's something to take note of.
OK, I just saw some of the owners, Profiteers owners here in force. There are hundreds of them. OK, let's go on to number 6, Home Affairs, James McDonald, Chris Waller.
Yeah, well, he's the mover. I'd suggest he's the mover since this morning. And, $17 earlier in the week, $16.15 at preview time, $12 now. Maybe it's the McDonald factor, but he won on a soft 7 here. He was good in the Todman. He's got connections. The Waller, McDonald connections. Punters love that.
Yep, and again, he's got the best attitude. You can see how relaxed he is in comparison to Animo. You can see that this guy's got a much more relaxed nature. He's very switched off. He's going to be a better 3-year-old as well when you're looking at him. He's very raw, but I suspect he's going to run a big race based on this parade.
See, the Rocket Tiger crew just went off louder than the Profiteer mob. There's only half of them. OK, Kalashnikov, number 7, Mark Zara, Peter and Paul Snowden.
Yeah, he looked good at the pre-season trials. Look, he's found his winning form, winning his past 2. Now, look, I'm not totally sold on his form lines.
He's in great order and turned out in his best possible condition. As Ronnie said, it's just whether his form is up to it.
Stay Inside, Tommy Berry on for Richard and Michael Friedman, equal favourite with Profiteer.
Yeah, he just appears the foolproof racehorse, has a big win on the soft 7 in the Piero plate, no luck in the Todman, sets up beautifully, maps well. I don't think there'll be excuses for him. He'll be ridden well too.
OK, I think we've just lost Lizzie's mic there. All right, we'll get back to Lizzie in a moment. Keep going, Duff. Rocket Tiger, the fairy tale horse, number 9. We're just seeing more of Stay Inside. There's some of the Rocket Tiger owners and friends. Scotty Spackman in the blue suit. He's the one without a cap. I just spoke to him earlier. He is as nervous as a man can be, but he's enjoying it. He's trying to enjoy it. Look at that, the maroon colours with the Murray cod on the silks. The owner, Noel Penfold, used to farm Murray cod, but he's... there they go again. They're starting to cheer again, but he sold that farm, that cod farm. Duff, what about Rocket Tiger?
Oh, what a story it'd be. Look, he's tough. He tries hard. Be ridden a little bit quieter today. We all know he should have won the Silver Slipper. Just has to lift off that Black Opal run, but Scott says, I'll blame myself. I'll blame myself for that one. Wrong tactics. So let's see what happens today. Let's hope he runs well.
OK, so there's Rocket Tiger. We might get Lizzie to come over here and join us and we'll fix that mic problem. There's Captive on Duff. Tommy Mark on for Peter and Paul Snowden.
Yeah, the wickets are back on. The blinkers off. Race wasn't run to suit in the Skyline. Total forgive. So wish he would have done more in a recent barrier trial, though.
That's Captive on. Let's have a look at Glistening, number 12, John Van Overmeer for Richard and Michael Friedman.
Yeah, look, a huge improvement from one run to the next. We know her mother loved the wet. and I think she can put herself into a winning position. It's just then it's up to her. 50 to 1 is big odds for a horse that's got a map like she does.
Yeah, and she's a horse that's been in good form since I last saw her, and she was one that sort of went under the radar when we were looking at her parade on that occasion. So she's backing it up with a good parade. It's just whether she's able to mix it with some of this sharper form.
4 moves ahead, number 13, Nashuilla, John Sargent.
Good filly, oozes class. Look, some people may say the fillies are no good this year. I'm not so sure about that. She's got real improvement from last start, and I think she's the best of the fillies.
Yeah, a terrific long stride. Terrific of the fillies. She looks as though she's taken a mighty amount of improvement from her last start, and that was always to be expected with such a gap in between runs. You can see how she presents today. She's in nice enough condition, nice and relaxed, and yes, I agree. She's the best of the fillies.
Swift witness number 14, Timmy Clark for Gay and Adrian.
Well, that's the point. Gay and Adrian. There's 7. One with Adrian. Gay's won 7, and Adrian's been along for the ride once. Made really good ground in the Riesling when not run to suit. Legitimate excuses when favourite in the Magic Millions. She'll run a race at odds.
Yeah, she will. She's maintained her physique. There was no question that she was going to go backwards.
Mallory, Jason Collett for Gerald Ryan, Sterling Alexio.
Like this filly, I think she's the best long shot. Just starting to get back out where I could nearly have another spec at her. Big, strong, at home. We'll beat more home than beat her.
She's definitely going to be better over further. She has that physique for that, but she's been prepped up perfectly.
And Lizzie's horse, Queen of Wizardry, Johnny Allen for Annabelle Neesham. What a day she's having.
Yep, and over to you, Lizzie. You talk about the Queen.
Well, look, she's in it to run really, really well. She's going to hit the line strongly. She got a little bit warm, so probably not what you want to see as an owner, but hopefully she hits the line well, and we'll be seeing better from her later on, Ronnie.
And Lizzie, what did you think of Stay Inside and Rocket Tiger?
I thought Stay Inside looked particularly well. He was really coiled up, ready to go. He's a horse that has got really nice balance when you see him walking around. So I think that he, of the horses, was the one that impressed me the most. Just on Rocket Tiger, I always think that he's a nice type, but going to be a much better 3-year-old.
OK, let's make it official. It's the Longines Golden Slipper, and it's time for Lizzie's Pick of the Yard, brought to you by Arrowfield, the brand worth its weight in gold.
I'm going to stick with Stay Inside. I thought that he presented well enough and certainly forward enough, and everything indicates to me that he's going to run a decent race. He's just everything points to him that he's going to run very, very well. Of the others, I thought Home Affairs looked as though he was in great shape. He presented in good condition, and Artorias was the horse that most impressed me for now and for the future.
I'm for 5, 13, 8, 2. As I said, I'm not jumping off him now. He may have been a little fresh out of mo, but hoping Lady Luck falls his way with Rachel on board. I think the dangers are 4 moves ahead, the obvious of Stay Inside, the obvious of Profiteer. They're classy horses and certainly bear a lot of respect. Beware of, I think Mallory's the best long shot, and beware of Artorias steaming down the middle of the track here. 5, 13, 8 and 2. What's happening, Glenn?
Yeah, well, you don't see a massive number of moves, Ron, when you've had a market up for basically 6 months. But Profiteer has held his mark there, a $4 chance the majority of the day now. In fact, half of the money invested on him today has been invested since he's been $4. Stay Inside, who was as much as $5, got into as short as $4.40, is now a $4.80 second favourite. 4 moves ahead, they chance their arm here. They got it to $7. It's now a $5.50 pop. Artorias, as much as $9.50 this morning, is now $8, and they're the single figure runners. Your best move all day, Home Affairs, from 16, got into as short as 10. It's now an $11 chance. Animo was 16 into 15, got into 14, but it's back to 15 now. Ingratiating has been 14 out to 19. In fact, 21 now ingratiating. Shakiro at 26 and Rocket Tiger heads the rest at 34. But as they arrive at the barriers, Greg, Profiteer will be running favourite in the 2021 Longines Golden Slipper with 4 horses in single figures. It, Stay Inside, 4 moves ahead, and the Blue Diamond winner, Artorias.
All right, there is Rachel King on Animo. He's getting awfully hot over behind the gates, and she'll wipe that sweat from his neck and her reins as well, so they don't become slippery. As Glenn said, 6 months the market's been up. It's been a massive build-up, and it's just amazing to think that 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, however long they've been in the stable, it all comes down to a mad dash that'll be over in 70 seconds. There's Hugh Bowman. He won his first Golden Slipper on this day last year on Farnan. And and it really has been no disadvantage to draw wide in a Golden Slipper, no disadvantage whatsoever. But interestingly, in the last dozen years or so, only Vancouver has sat wide. Every other horse in the last dozen years or so has found the fence, has been on the fence at some stage in running. How important is that fact, Duff?
Yeah, well, each year's a different makeup, and this year obviously we've got a soft 7 track. It looked like up the fence early. The jockeys have wanted to be down the middle of the later on in the day, or that previous race showed them up, because the two on the inside fought the finish out there. With long shots too, with Think It Over and Dream Force, who railed right up there, so I think it's pretty well fair across the board here. So I don't know how important it is to find the fence here, but we'll see what unfolds. I think the most important thing is, does this pressure stay on? Does Profiteer relax and they leave him alone, and then he could be off and gone? It's a lot of tactics in these Golden Slippers.
Well, it looked like he went too quick in the English Millennium, Profiteer, but he just kept running. But that wasn't the field he's going to meet here today. So Profiteer and Stay Inside and the filly 4 moves ahead, they singled out as the 3 favourites a fair way out, and now they meet. They've been the most talked about horses. Who's going to win the Longines Golden Slipper? There's Hugh Bowman with Profiteer, with the dice on the colours. He's owned by the Roll the Dice Syndicate, among others. Plenty of people have brought in. He goes in and gets a cheer from his owners. Kalashnikov's in. Rocket Tiger's going up, and his owners will cheer. There's Mallory. Let's get up to Darren Flindell. This is the $3.5 million Longines Golden Slipper.
With Glistening and Animo, who's got the wide draw to contend with. Barrier 15 of 15 starters. Animo will be the last to move in. So Profiteer, the $4 favourite, in front of Stay Inside, $4.80, and very good backing for John Sargent's filly. 4 moves ahead into $5.50. So they're just about right. Red light for the Golden Slipper, the Longines Golden Slipper, and they're about to jump. Racing now. Mallory was last out. Artorias taken back. Rocket Tiger and Profiteer were the first two out, and Profiteer has the lead. Home Affairs away well and glistening up to second now from Rocket Tiger, and Home Affairs will park behind. 4 moves ahead, moving up on the outside of Stay Inside. Swift Witness took a hold. Rocket Tiger couldn't get across. Moving up the inside is Kalashnikov, followed by Ingratiating. Then came Mallory from Shakiro, Queen of Wizardry. Well back Captive On from Adamo, and Artorias, the last one, a dozen lengths off the lead. It's Profiteer running in the lead, 2 at the 600 metres by 2 lengths. On Glistening, Home Affairs railing hard. Stay Inside moves up 3 wide. Then Kalashnikov from 4 moves ahead. Rocket Tiger as they straighten up. He sets pretty on Profiteer at the 350. Now Bowman starts to feel for him as Stay Inside is starting to cut him down, and Stay Inside moved up the Profiteer. They beat off Home Affairs, and then came 4 moves ahead, but Stay Inside is shot clear inside the 100 metres, and he's going to win it in a romp. Stay Inside 4 lengths clear from the fast finishing Animo, and Stay Inside, Tommy Berry wins his 3rd Golden Slipper. Animo 2nd, Photo 3rd, Ingratiating, and 4 moves ahead. Artorias late on the scene. Then came Captive On from Home Affairs, Mallory. Profiteer couldn't see it out. Then Queen of Wizardry
But wow, Enamo from that wide barrier getting back and charging home when it was all over. He's got an enormous future in front of him.
Well, Richard Freedman, congratulations. The four brothers were involved for 4 in a row, but you and Michael's coming over to join you. Good on you, boys. Hey?
Something.
I don't have to ask Freedman questions, do I?
No, look, huge thrill. Michael's done a great job with the 2-year-olds, as he always does, and he picked the right day to work him the right way, and the horse looked beautiful here today. I thought he looked better today than he looked when he ran before. So, you know.
Michael, is he just the complete 2-year-old?
Yeah, he's just such a professional. I mean, Tommy, you can make all the plans in the world from barriers and all that, but he rode him to absolute perfection and got him into the perfect spot. He was able to sort of find the right spot, conserve his energy, and we could turn a foot. You know, like he's the real deal.
How much have you felt the build up to this?
I think, you know, I don't know, coming back from Hong Kong, which was a complete disaster, you know, to sort of set up with Richard again, and, you know, I think last year we sat at home, we didn't have a runner anywhere. To have 2 in the race today, to come away with the winner is, you know, I mean, I don't know, I'm a bit speechless.
But it's hard work. It's hard work paying off.
It's very hard work, and I can't. My staff at Randwick, who look after all these young horses, just do such an amazing job. I feel like Chris Waller now. They do such an amazing job. I mean, these guys have been up since 3 o'clock this morning, you know, getting them ready to the races and making sure everything's perfect. They make our job easy. They really do.
It's a special moment to share it with Tommy as well. You and Tommy are very close.
Very close. You know, it goes back to the Singapore days when Nathan was stable rider for me up there and tragically passed away, and Tommy and I have had a pretty special bond since then, so I guess there's a touch of irony that he ended up on that horse today.
What's it like to have the Freedman name back up in lights with the slipper? Amazing feeling. I mean, you know, my brother Lee, who I think's on course today, who, you know, I was there with for all our 4 wins prior, and Anthony, who's I know back in Melbourne at the moment, who trained Bint Masquet to win our first slipper. It's an amazing feeling. You deserve it. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
Michael and Richard. And Tommy. Tommy wins his 3rd, Lizzie.
Tommy wins his 3rd Golden Slipper. That's exactly right, Greg. And I haven't seen a jockey more confident in a horse leading into a race like the Golden Slipper. Tommy, unbelievable performance from this horse. He's just such a professional. He does everything right. He does everything absolutely exemplary, and you've been able to take out this year's Golden Slipper. Congratulations, Tommy. Well done. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm lost for words, honestly. Just having association with Michael. He's been a good family friend when Nathan passed away. Him and his wife Anna and their beautiful family looked after us while we were over in Singapore, and we came back here. I ran 2nd on a filly for him called Frolic, and I told him I'd go one better for him this year. And before he had his first start, and I told Michael he needs time. Well, now he's bloody gone and won a Golden Slipper.
Just talk us through the week. You've been confident just having on his side. You've been really confident thinking that he was going to get the job done. Just what's been going through your head?
It's crazy. I rode him last Tuesday morning, and Michael called me on the way home in the car, and he said, I've seen you happier after a piece of work. And I just said, I don't know what you want me to say. He worked good. He just didn't blow me away. Rode him this Tuesday morning. I didn't even have to say anything. I think the smile said enough. It's just amazing what a week can do in racing with these 2-year-olds. And going to the gates, he was ready to go. But once again, just to do it for that family, the Freedmans, they've just been so much to me, and to have my beautiful family here, my wife and my kids. Come here, Don. Come here, guys.
There they are. Very special moment. This is why you do it.
Yeah, my family mean everything to me. You have so many bad days in this sport, but you go back to them and, yeah, I can't talk anymore, thanks.
Well done. Congratulations, Tommy Berry, his third Golden Slipper.
There's Caden, Charlize, Levi. Only Nate is missing. He'll be there in a moment. Look at that family. Look at that happy man. Stay Inside wins a memorable Golden Slipper. The Freedmans are back. We've got 2 to go. We'll come back with more. There's little Nate.
Tommy and
Shani,
stay with us,
the mother of them all. We'll be back. And there's Mum. There's Julie. Good on you, Tommy. Well done. That's the Golden Slipper here on Sky Thoroughbred Central.
From